Ferrari has kicked off preseason testing with a bang, and after analyzing their performance on the first day, one thing is clear: they're not showing their full potential just yet. With Lewis Hamilton posting impressive sector times despite some struggles, and Charles Leclerc following up with even more competitive laps, the question arises, is Ferrari already sandbagging? There's no doubt that Ferrari is one of the most intriguing teams on the grid right now. Sure, part of the excitement comes from Hamilton's much-anticipated debut in Ferrari Red, but beyond that, several indicators suggest the team is keeping some secrets. Hamilton was the 5th fastest driver in the morning session, a position that doesn't mean much since the first day is more about gathering data and checking balance. However, some things simply can't be hidden. One of those, Hamilton's big smile after completing 70 laps. That's not something you'd expect from a driver who struggled with balance in certain corners, particularly turn 4 and turn 11. The strong winds at turn 4 made things tricky for everyone, but Hamilton might have had an extra challenge. Unlike the rest of the grid, he was the only driver using a brand new power unit in this session. Getting used to the torque delivery on corner exits takes time, and that could explain some of his early struggles. Interestingly, Leclerc didn't seem to face the same issues. That could come down to driving style, but it also suggests Ferrari has already started tweaking the setup based on Hamilton's feedback. If those changes are already making a difference, that's a good sign for Ferrari's overall development process. And that's not the only clue pointing towards sandbagging. Later in the day, after a red flag caused by a power outage, Leclerc posted one of the fastest laps of the session. Despite carrying extra fuel, likely for race simulation, he was still highly competitive. This suggests that Ferrari is running tests under different conditions, possibly disguising their true pace. We don't want to overhype things, but there's a clear pattern here. Ferrari seems to be taking a calculated approach, gathering as much data as possible without revealing too much too soon. This is a classic move. Teams don't want to show their cards on day one, but make no mistake, the SF-25 is evolving and fast. One of the key areas where Ferrari has improved is corner entry. The SF-25 has shown exceptional speed carrying into turns, something the team successfully worked on at Ferrari and now replicated in Bahrain. However, mid-corner balance remains a slight issue, something also seen in McLaren's MCL39. This could be due to higher fuel loads, but it's a point Ferrari will be watching closely. Another factor affecting performance is track conditions. As more rubber gets laid down, the balance of the car shifts slightly toward the rear, making it more stable. That could explain why Leclerc appeared more comfortable than Hamilton. The track was simply more evolved by the time he got in the car. Then there's the matter of Ferrari's side pod design. F1 experts have been closely analyzing it, noting a new horizontal wing-like surface above the side pods. Unlike last year's SF-23, this change aims to increase front-end pressurization while improving rear-end suction. The goal? Better overall balance and aerodynamic efficiency. And since Ferrari has already hinted at an early upgrade package, we might see even more refinements soon. Ferrari is the only team playing this game. McLaren and Red Bull are also expected to keep their true pace under wraps, at least until the final day of testing. But Ferrari is particularly good at this, using the opening days to fine-tune details while keeping rivals guessing. And that strategy might just pay off. Even though Hamilton had some balance issues early on, his overall demeanor suggests he's happy with the F-25. This was backed up by F1 pundits like Alex Brundle, who observed that Hamilton looked energized and engaged throughout the session. Brundle also pointed out some minor understeer at turn 11, but noted that Hamilton was quick to adapt. It's important to remember that this is just testing. Lap times aren't everything, and there's a lot happening behind the scenes that we don't see. But based on what we do know, Ferrari looks strong, and they're likely keeping a few surprises up their sleeve. So what do you think? Is Ferrari sandbagging to hide their true pace, or are they still working on perfecting the SF-25? And more importantly, will they come out swinging when the real racing begins? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more F1 insights. See you in the next one.